evening, IFAM. What is this evening you speak of? I hear you say. We've taken the day off of vlogging today. It is in fact right now the evening. Prinny, do you have to scare me like that? Right under my feet. It is in fact the evening and we've taken the day off vlogging today for a couple of reasons. The main one being we just needed a day off to catch up with store things, housework, just take some time without having the camera. I think sometimes when we daily vlog, it's kind of hard you have to do something to vlog basically, and so it doesn't leave much time during the day to catch up on normal things that are like house chores, emails, and we've been staying up, or Chris does most of the time anyway, but I've having to be staying up like 2-3 a.m. catching up on emails, replying to customer service emails and things like that, because I'm just not getting chance during the day to do it. And so we needed to take today off to do that. But do not fear, because because we're going to do a campfire Q&A for you guys. I've asked you guys on my Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, it's Sarah Ingham Official. Head on over there, because sometimes on days like today when we've not vlogged, I'll do stories instead. I haven't done that many today, but I do usually. Anyway, are you guys ready? You all out? Coming, Isabelle? I've got no makeup on today, you probably guessed that already, but you know, I did actually contemplate putting some makeup on for this video, and then I thought, no.
We're having a mole day.
I don't look like a mole, Isabelle.
You do. I'm really joking. Whoa! Like an orange.
I did just put blusher on. I thought, oh gosh, you look a bit white. Shoved a bit of blush on, maybe I should rub it back off. Don't be lying, guys, and pretending that you're not jealous of our really professional setup we've got here.
Oh my gosh.
Man, why do you have to reveal our secrets, man? just let people be in mystery. We look professional on my camera right now.
Keeping it real.
Alright guys, so kicking this off tonight in true camping fashion in the garden by a tent. Just to get ourselves in the spirit for, you know, summer camping and all that, you know.
Le garden in Le tent. Right, we're just going to get straight into this.
Let's straight smash it out, let's do it.
Ingham's.stars. What's the best thing about being a parent to 4 children? Beautiful children, actually.
The best thing about being a parent to 4 children?
Yeah. I think it's that there's never a dull moment. There's always something going on most of the time. There's always a drama or an argument or a bit of praise going on. Ingham Pearls, how many children did you want as a child? I think I wanted 2.
0.
But I didn't really think about it too much. You are such an imbecile.
No, I'm telling the truth, I didn't think about kids when I was younger. I was into skating and that's it.
I think that's more like an imbecile. I don't actually know.
It's not imbecile. My English teacher does not go, ooh, thou imbecile. Oh my gosh, Mum.
Isabelle, your English teacher teaches you about hyperbole. Who even knows what hyperbole is?
Yeah, well, you're just not educated.
Isabelle's English teacher.
Obviously not. For Izzy Ingham, who out of all the girls argues the most?
Oh, Esme, hands down.
No, she makes the argument.
Esme likes to argue. The other 2 don't like to argue. Esme loves a good argument.
I just can't be bothered with it, if I'm being honest.
What pet did Isla get... Oh, this is Ingham.edits. What pet did Isla get scammed from on Adopt Me? Do you know what she got scammed on?
No idea.
I don't know, but she cried. She cried big tears for that.
I think it was... Oh, it was a kangaroo, I think.
A kangaroo.
I think it was a kangaroo.
Sad times. Isla's cutie has asked, how are you all mentally? And I wanted to answer this because I feel like a lot of the questions we get are like, what's the right word, gossipy type questions, like juicy, gossipy questions. I can feel it tickling my forehead. I'm like, ew, why are you squeezing so hard? It crushed like my hair. Don't put that in the bin.
Stop.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people ask questions like juicy ones, but this is a really nice one, so I wanted to answer. Yeah, I feel like we're doing quite well mentally. I'm not gonna lie, we've had down days, and sometimes it's been difficult to vlog during those days because we want to keep our vlogs happy and positive and uplifting and enjoyable for you guys to watch. But that, you know, just the same as everyone else, lockdown's been hard. It's been hard for the last 3 months. It's been lonely, it's been frustrating, it's been challenging at times, but you've just got to keep reminding yourselves like how fortunate we are. And I was just actually saying to Chris, was it this morning, about how lucky we are that we were all together. Because basically I've seen a lot on my Facebook of families and friends who are meeting up with their grandparents, solo grandparents that have been introduced into their family bubble for the first time and hugging. And there was one on there from a lady who just celebrated her 90th birthday, and she spent the last 3 months on her own, and they surprised her and went to her house and gave her a hug and said, you can come to our house, because they introduced this family bubble thing. And she was crying. It was so uplifting, and it just made me realise, like, I've always said it must be difficult for people with no garden, etc, etc, but the people that are the older generation, like my nana as well, that have literally been isolated alone for months, like, that must have been so difficult.
I think as well, just to add to that, mentally obviously doing what we do for a living is really hard at home some days. You know, some days filming a daily vlog, a daily video, that's different every day, so that, you know, people are excited to come back and watch another video the next day, because it's not going to be the same as the one that you filmed the day before.
Yeah.
It's really difficult at home when you're stuck in the same place all the time, or you're very limited about where you can go, which is what we are at the minute, obviously. You know, before lockdown and before all the rest of it, you know, I wouldn't say it was even easy before then. It's not easy filming daily vlogs, even when you can go anywhere you want. But, you know, at least we can nip out to the shops or do like a shopping type day or something. If
I think our channel shows that as well, because our views and things are always amazingly good when we're travelling and when we're doing things like that, and obviously we can't do that right now. And so, like we've mentioned previously, when people said you should do more pranks don't work on our channel. Challenges don't work on our channel, because that's not what our audience want to see. When we travel, they're some of the best views we get on this channel, which obviously means that it's what our audience want. And so we can't do what works for our audience right now, which is
something we're passionate about as well.
And something we're passionate about as well, yeah, of course. But it's like, business-wise, it's what works for our channel. It's where we get the best views and more of you guys watching. So it's difficult that we can't do that right now, but hopefully really soon. Someone has asked how old PRINNY is, and seeing as though she's sat here with us, it's a good time to answer.
What's up, man?
PRINNY is 4, right? She's 4. 4 years old. 4 years young.
I know, that's like she's 4 months old, don't you, babe? Too much energy. Comment below if you've got a Persian as well, and she's like a cheeky, naughty, temperamented personality like me. She's not a naughty dog, she's just very cheeky.
Crazy. She's
such a good dog.
In the garden.
Right. The same person actually asked, was there any particular pregnancy that you found was the toughest to get through? Isabelle's. And the reason I'll say Isabelle's is for numerous reasons. She was obviously my first pregnancy, and my goodness, did I not prepare myself for how
amazing I was.
well, for how hard pregnancy is and how draining it is and how it makes you feel and how bad morning sickness can be. And at the time I was working in a prison, very long hours, like 7 until 7. So it was really difficult. I didn't have a great support network at the time, and I was young. I was only 19 years old.
Yeah.
So, you know, my friends were all making plans to travel the world. They were all going on nights out, nightclubbing, and I was literally spent 90% of my day over the toilet bowl vomiting. So pregnancy was difficult.
MTV's Teen Mom.
Look what I got out of it.
Me. Me.
When will new designs be up on Baby and Me? So I've got a massive restock happening in about a week's time. Do not do that. No.
What was that dance? What was that dance when we were younger? Saturday night. Saturday night.
No.
What about Macarena?
No, but
It's before your time. We were cool, you know.
No,
once.
man.
Yeah, we were cool. And
You're
someone
like 1,000
has
years
never
ago.
stopped being cool, man.
we actually have a massive, humongous restock coming to Baby and Me in about a week's time, which I am so excited about. So make sure you're following me on Instagram and also Baby and Me Instagram.
It's not just a restock though. It is a monster restock.
We're very proud of Mum. We should give Mum a round of applause.
It is
give
a
myself-
monster restock. It's the biggest restock we've ever done. It's not just a restock. It's new items. It's new things.
Yeah.
It's
Very exciting.
mega. Lots
And
of
we're
old
working on
favourites.
some really cool items at the minute as well,
Yeah,
some
we
new
have
ones.
some also, again, some really cool new stuff coming as well.
Yeah.
Should we jump in with the IFAM store at the same time as well on that one? So just to let people know.
No, let's do that at the end. Let's do the IFAM store one at the end. We'll do that
Stay
at the
tuned
end.
till the end.
Right. Daniela has asked, what's your best toys to buy for Jay? What were your best toy buys for Jace? It's his first birthday that he plays with a lot. So,
Memory man.
I honestly, if you've got a child or a toddler, I would 100%, this wasn't for his birthday, but I feel like I need to mention this, is Tough Tray, because
Oh, yeah.
honestly, you get so much joy out of that, and they last for years, and there's so many creative ways to play with it. You can do, like, you can put water on it if it's a hot day, you can put sand on it, you can do
Clay,
so
like
many
something.
amazing things. So it's called a tough tray. It's basically a cement mixing tray, I think, and you can get them for like super cheap, like £12-13. Mine was actually 50 because I wanted the stand. Chris is like, what? Mine was actually 50 because I wanted the stand. I know they are quite hard to get, but if you keep a check out on eBay and things, then you'll be able to find it. I would 100% recommend a tough tray for a toddler. Also, he loves his musical instruments. He loves the soft play set, the step and slide thing that I got from the Playtime Company on Instagram. The ball pit. I had another question asking where his ball pit was from. The ball pit was from the Playtime Company on Instagram, and their personalised caterpillar is actually called a caterpillar, and that's also a small company on Instagram, and he plays with them a lot as well. And then obviously little things like his cars, he plays with that often as well.
His moo man.
His little wooden moo man, I call him a moo man, that he just pushes along. He loves those.
It's his Hoover, that is. Whenever I get my Hoover out, he gets that and starts pushing up again.
He starts going.
Sazziness has said, does Jay sleep through the night now? Yeah, he does sleep through the night now. He usually sleeps for around 11 and a half hours overnight, and then he also sleeps for about 2.5 hours through as a daytime nap, over one nap. So he probably gets about 14 hours sleep over 24 hours, and when I've looked up online, that's probably about what he should be getting for his age. So yeah, he's sleeping really well at the moment.
Yeah, he's really, really good.
He's doing really good. That 2.5 hours during the day is so precious, that time. We get to catch up on things. So Maddie Walsh has actually asked some really good questions. She's asked quite a few, and some of them are really good. The first one is, how are you so confident in yourself? And I really wanted to answer this one because social media nowadays often portrays, just per.
Not portrays.
Portrays, that's it. Often portrays. No, that doesn't sound right.
Often portrays
perfect lives. And it can make you feel really bad about your own life. And it goes the same with confidence. It can often make people look like they're extremely confident in themselves, and then it makes you feel more insecure about yourself. And oh my gosh, I wish I had that confidence. But I promise you, you will not see a single person. Oh, it will be difficult. I'm sure I'll get comments saying, well, I am. It's hard to find a person who's completely 100% comfortable with themselves and can take any picture and just upload it and think it's amazing. I have got no confidence at all in myself, in what I do, in how I look, in most aspects actually of my life, I question, and I'm not 100% confident in anything I do, in decisions I make, in guiding my children, in literally most aspects of my life. I'm not 100% confident with, and I don't think that's unnatural. And I feel like I often come across as the most confident, strong, person in the world, and it's not true at all. I'm not that person. And I'm just exactly the same as everyone else. What is your worst nightmare? So I'm going to answer this not like my nightmare, not like something I've dreamed of, just like my worst nightmare happening. So this would be my worst nightmare. Okay. So I don't know if I've spoke about this before, but I've got an irrational fear of driving over bridges when there's water underneath, because I always feel like we might drive off. Yeah, and my biggest nightmare and my worst fear, and it literally freezes me every time I go over a bridge, is splashing into the water with the kids in the car and the car filling up with water. Oh my gosh. It literally, my stomach turns even just saying it out loud.
I think my I'm going to like you did, but I have like a fear of the sea. Like if I'm in the sea in Ortiz,
we know.
I feel like I'm going to get dragged under and like drowned. I don't like that feeling.
I used to feel like when I was in swimming pools, if I went near the drain things on the bottom,
a shark would come out.
A shark?
Yeah, I used to think
a swimming pool.
Yeah, I used to think a shark's gonna come and eat me. I don't know why. It's just like I had such a bad feeling when I was younger about that. And that's like I don't have any fears.
My worst nightmare is definitely waking up and not being able to find my beanies. Right.
I think Dad's worst fear is skiing, because when he got on the ramp and he was like, it's not my thing.
Guys, I'm not joking, right? Chris has daddy.
There is no need.
They are hilarious. No. Our worst nightmares, daddy. Because we go somewhere, right?
No.
And it's like, oh,
I'll
I love
tell the
skiing.
story.
I love skiing.
Yours is biased.
I'm going to go for it. We're going to go for skiing. Isabelle gets to the top. She goes down. She busts it. Isla falls. She gets back up and busts it. Isabelle.
It ran around the corner, sorry.
Isabelle fell about, Esme fell about 6 times, but she still got up and busted it. Chris went up, slipped on the lift on the way up, threw his ski thing down and went, I'm not doing it no more. It's not my thing. No, it was the floor lift going up. They were dragging him up and he's going, I can't do it.
Look, the big man rollerblader that I think I am thought I was a badass on skis, even though I've never done it before. So I put my skis on and stepped on the travelator to go up the hill, and I went straight onto my butt.
When we went to...
Didn't get up though,
If we'd have filmed it, it would have been an absolute classic. You'd
didn't
frame
get up.
sale,
No, you
250 quid.
wouldn't have included it because you had the biggest
No, I
body.
would have.
It was like at the water
I did have a
park.
bit of a daddy body. I stood up and I was like, I'm not. I'll stand here and film. Skiing's
I'll
not my
film
thing.
it. He did. He was like, I'll film it, and I'm like, I'm filming it. I'm pregnant, so I can't ski anyway. Yeah,
not
well,
my
I'll just
thing.
stand at the side of you then.
But
Okay.
2 seconds later, I chilled my head and I got back on that travelator and I busted it. So
Yeah, but we went to a water
stood in
park.
corner like this for 10 minutes.
We went to a water park, or like as well. There's another occasion we went to the beach, and he was like, "All right, I'm gonna get in the water. It is a bit cold when we get in, obviously, but then you get used to it."
we told
He got
this.
in, and he's like, "Nope, it's not my thing. It's not my thing.
It's not his thing.
I don't remember any of this happening ever, so if it wasn't vlogged, it didn't happen, and it wasn't vlogged, so it didn't happen.
Does YouTube take its toll on your relationship with Chris?
My line.
Oh, that was proper evil. That laugh, was it?
Yeah, it does. You sleep in tent.
Oh yeah.
You don't even sleep in the house with
We're
me
in the
anymore.
caravan.
No, as a genuine question, I kind of feel like we get on really well, considering we spend every single day together.
I'll answer this. But I've always thought this since we'd first got together. When we first got together, we used to spend what normal people would probably class as an unhealthy amount of time together. We literally were inseparable when we first met, right?
Yeah.
And we were together 24/7 always. And then we always have been. And it's just one of the things where I think it's because I've got such a high tolerance for stuff. Like it takes a lot to. It does take a lot. It takes a lot to anger me.
We get on well because you've got.
I'm not saying that. Let me finish. I've got a high tolerance for like stuff, and Sarah's like.
I've got no tolerance.
She ain't got no, but there's just something about us that we work well together normally day to day, and we're not one of them couples who like we spend 24/7, we work together, we live together 24/7, and most people would be like and don't get me wrong, sometimes we are like get me away, and I'll be like right, I'm off skating for a bit, see ya.
And I'm like, no, you're not. Stay and you argue it out.
But yeah.
I would say, I wonder what it would be like though for us to be apart all day, every day, like most couples, and then just like come home and have dinner together, and then you're out to work and I'm out to work. I wonder if we'd appreciate the time together more,
Yeah.
because I don't appreciate my time with you.
Wow.
That comes out wrong.
Yeah,
I take it for granted that you're always there.
Yeah, I can
And
see
you're
where
always
I'm
going to be
coming
there.
from,
And
because
you make me a cup of tea every morning.
yeah, I remember
And,
when Dad used to like work and everything, and we'd always really miss him because it used to just be like me, and
that's
then
what
we'd
I
see
mean.
Dad in the morning.
So we feel like because we get along so well that YouTube doesn't take its toll on us, but I think in reality it probably does. We mainly argue about things like titles and thumbnails and what we filmed that day. They're the only real times we argue, and that's YouTube taking its toll, basically. So yeah.
Yeah, that was a long.
The weirdest answer ever.
That
Move
was just-
on. Let's move on.
What would each one of your girls do if they broke something of yours?
I actually know all the answers to.
These are all definitely different answers.
Can I like give you my analysis of what I think they would do?
I'll give a really quick one,
Okay,
and then
I
you can
can
give your
adapt.
analysis.
Okay, yeah.
So Isabelle would start crying. We're talking about if it was something special to me.
Yeah,
Isabelle would start crying and come downstairs and say, "Oh, look what I'm doing. I'm so sorry." Isla would 100% hide it and never think about it again. 100%.
She'd be like, what? What you want to
She'd hide it, deny all knowledge, and that'd be it. No, Esme would bring it downstairs and say, "Look what one of the girls must have done to you."
Yeah, she would.
What would happen is Esme would literally break it, and then she'd shout down and she'd be like, "Mom, look what Isla's just done to your thing." And then Isla would be like, "Esme, I didn't do it."
Yes, she does.
And then Esme would go, "Yeah, you did. You scared me, and I knocked it off. So then it broke.
Technically, it's your
so technically, it was your fault."
We actually did like.
Is that your
film
analysis
something
then?
Yeah, that was pretty much. That's the exact same thing I was going to say.
That's definitely the truth.
So Ava says, do we struggle to motivate the girls to do their schoolwork? The answer is no, we actually don't. The girls get up. Isabelle sets her own alarm. She gets up and she cracks some of it straight away in her bedroom. Esme does the same, and she's really good. Both of these guys are both really good at logging into the stuff they have to do and just cracking on and doing
To be
it.
fair, they can't not because their schools ring within about half an hour. They have a certain time. They have to log in by 8:30.
And we have to like do a survey.
It's 9. They have to log in by 9 every morning, and if they don't, school ring by 9:30.
We have to do a survey to confirm that we've logged in and that we're like happy. Like we have to do like a
Say how they feel.
survey.
a happiness server thing. So yeah.
And then Isla is pretty much the same as well. She's really good. She just comes down, and then I work with Isla.
We've
Or
taught
Sarah
her-
works with Isla.
Yeah, we've taught her how
she's
to
really good.
print off her own work now as well.
Yeah.
Because she likes to, because she doesn't need to hand any work in or send any work off, but she likes to see the work she's done. So she likes to do the work like online, and sometimes she does it in a workbook, but if she does it online, she likes to print it out herself so she can actually physically hold
And
what
write
she's
on
done.
it and things.
Yeah. So no, they're really, really good. I've been impressed with how well they've done with homeschooling.
And sorry.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so sorry. To say, like, I'm actually really proud of myself because I got an award
for
at
science?
school for physics, and throughout the whole of high school experience, I've been so bad at physics. Like it's
You haven't been bad.
no, not really bad, but I've just like struggled with like the science a lot more than like, my other subjects. But I got an award in my physics.
Last week, Friday, you got that.
She
Yeah,
came
'cause
in.
I was
She
like-
came into our bedroom and she was like, "Mum, Dad, I'm so buzzing. I got an accommodation in
accommodation.
physics." I was like, "Well, you're living in physics? Oh, okay."
It's embarrassing.
Bless you. No, she did amazing though. She got an. I can't even say.
Like,
an
it's hard to
accommodation
actually say. It's like I got
Accommodation. She got accommodation.
Yeah.
in physics.
Yeah.
She's doing really good.
They're all doing really, really well in school. I've had a couple of questions asking if I'm still breastfeeding Jace, and the answer is no, I'm not. I haven't breastfed Jace now for about
Why did you tell us this?
5 days.
So,
Yeah, I've
really?
stopped about.
Oh,
I haven't
careful
fed him
now.
for about 5 days now. He's not asked for it. He's not needed
doesn't like it
it.
anymore,
He
does he?
doesn't really like it. He gets impatient. He just latches on, and then within a minute he's going
That shit is really cheap.
like he didn't want to. So I think my breastfeeding days with Jace are over, which just makes me.
I'm gonna cry.
I kind of felt like I was devastated when I stopped breastfeeding the girls, but that was definitely because it was prematurely stopped. This time I feel like I'm ready to stop. I feel like I did amazing with Jace's breastfeeding. I just wanted to answer this by Neve as well. She's put, what were your breastfeeding cravings?
You see that sky really bad in this light, are you?
No, you cannot. What were your breastfeeding cravings? So with Isabelle, I craved salad bags with red cabbage in. So you can get like the ready-made salad bags. You love them.
My eyes are watering, sorry.
What, you crying 'cause I'm not breastfeeding Jace?
I'm fine. Oh my
Why
god.
is that so sad? Why are you crying about that? He's still your baby brother, Isabelle. Isabelle, you're so sensitive. Why is that sad?
I don't
You're right, love.
I think it's because we did have. She knows how important breastfeeding was to me and how much I wanted to succeed in doing it.
I'm fine.
You're a cutie. Anyway, back to salad bags. With Isabelle, it was salad bags. With Esme, it was a slush puppies. And with Isla, it was ice. And what was it with Jace? I don't think I had craving with Jace.
You say everything.
Yeah, with Jace, it was just everything, literally.
5 guys.
Oh no, it wasn't.
I feel like you didn't eat like a lot of like takeaway kind of things maybe.
Yeah, with Jace I didn't really have cravings, but I did have serious cravings with all 3 girls, really bad cravings. With Esme, I used to have this really weird craving that I'm about to tell you guys, it's really embarrassing. I used to brew flannels, and you're probably thinking, what? So I'd get a flannel, and I literally, how many flannels did I buy? About 10. I'd buy a flannel, I'd wet the flannel, and then I'd fold it up really small, like that, loads of bits, so it was like a tiny flannel, and then I'd put them all around the side of the bath, and I'd wait for like 2 hours till they started to dry out, and then I can smell it now, and then I'd pick up the flannel, and I'd just sit for about an hour sniffing it one
Just
by
like the
one.
smell of forest.
And then I'd
basically.
open a bit, and I'd just sit there sniffing it, and then I'd open the other side, and I'd sit there sniffing it until I'd got round all of them, and then I'd start all over again. I just like the smell of it. I don't know why.
Oh, she used to sit in our cellar. We used to have a
So
cellar
weird.
at this house that we lived at, and the cellar used to smell foisty, so she used to sit in the
Sit
cellar.
there, she's
and
opened the door
sniff
like
it.
that.
I hate the smell of like
Weirdo.
that like ugh.
Comment down below if you've had any really weird cravings like that in pregnancy, because they were pretty weird, that one.
That's so strange.
I mean, it's not
like,
up there with eating
I've
cold,
got a
but-
vision of mum just like
Yeah, she did. Right, guys, What we're going to do now is we're going to answer 2 more, and one's going to be our merchandise update, because we've had quite a lot of questions on that one.
By the way, guys, if you ever wanted to know what that scar was all about, since I pointed out a minute ago, that was my 2nd worst ever bladed injury. That little bad boy there.
That's like, I know it's not cool. Like, you might not think it's cool to have a scar, but I kind of think it.
No, I like that scar.
It is actually
I
really
like that
cool.
scar.
Because
It
you can be
tells
like,
a tale.
Captain Hook scratched me. No, I'm joking.
I fell off of a...
Captain Hook scratched me.
There's like a rail. There's like a rail going down some stairs, and then next to the rail there's like a barrier, like a metal barrier thing, and I fell off the rail going down the stairs quite fast, and I caught my arm on the metal barrier, and it sliced all the way down to my muscle.
Like backwards. Like
No, this was before you, mate. This was like 2 years before I met your mum, and it was just really rank and had to bear stitches. So.
I can't find the lady that asked this, and I really wanted to answer it, and I can't find her name because I can't find her question now.
Near us.
I can't find the question, but I know it's in here somewhere. But just to do it, in fact, I'm just going to read it out without mentioning a name, because she might not want her to mention a name anyway.
I knew that was coming. I could see it come to corner of my eye.
Why you
Have you had teeth whitening? You are the greatest person I've known in the world. None of us have had any sort of dental teeth
However,
whitening.
Not like whitening, but I do. This is like not to do with whitening. None of us have had teeth whitening, but I would like to have braces. We were talking about.
I was just about to lead on to that.
Yeah.
None of us have had teeth whitening. We've not had anything done with our teeth other than the regular filling. I've got a filling on this side that I absolutely hate. It's like a dark one, and I keep saying to Chris that I'm going to pay private to get it done white, because it's one of those things that it's one of those things that I feel really self-conscious about, and whenever I film I can always like see it, and it's just one of those things that my eyes always go to. You know, if you've got like something on your body that you're not happy with, it's the first thing you look at when you see yourself.
To hide it, kind of thing.
Yeah. And so I would definitely want to get that done, but other than that, no. But somebody else asked, are your girls going to have braces? So Esme and Isla are too young to tell what their teeth are going to be like.
They haven't all come out and moved.
Yeah, whilst Isla's might look like they go a little bit outwards, that's normal at her age because her other teeth are not in yet to straighten them all up. Isabelle's, like I just said about my filling, Isabelle's got a slight overlap on her 2 front teeth, and I don't think it's noticeable.
Which no one notices.
No.
Apart from Isabelle.
But Isabelle
I can
really
like feel it,
self-conscious.
and I know that no one can see it, but sometimes when I feel like I'm smiling, like, and I can feel it with my tongue, I'm literally like.
I know what you mean. It's not something that somebody would automatically go, wow, you've got a weird tooth, or anything like that, but I know how she feels about it, and we went to the dentist about it, and they said that it's not.
They said wait a few years.
Yeah, and see if it gets worse, and that it's nothing, and that they wouldn't do anything. Yeah, they wouldn't do anything with it now, and they just, in the UK, they just don't do it unless it's really, really bad. But it's something we've also spoke about going private, because she wants to get that straightened. And I, for her, want her to get that straightened. Because I know that she hates smiling. She won't smile like with her mouth open. If you see Isabelle smile, probably it's going to be like this.
Sometimes I do smile with my mouth
Personally, it's really
open,
silly,
but,
because there's nothing wrong with your teeth.
Right, the last question. I can't find your name, but somebody has asked how she's just had a baby boy and she's looking for advice because she's struggling. So first of all, massive congratulations on your baby boy. I didn't know if to answer this question on here. Okay. I didn't know if to answer this question on here because it is quite a deep question, but then I thought that there's probably a lot of people in that same position now, especially because of lockdown, and you can't go to people for help in the same way that you would do if lockdown wasn't happening. Having a child is so hard. In fact, we had loads of questions about how was it to have Isabelle so young. I don't think anything can prepare you for the sleepless nights. And
you were also really like young as well, and not.
I was, yeah.
Yeah, and not that that's like a negative thing, but because you were young, but it's like a lot to take on when you're like at that age as well.
Yeah, but for anybody else, like young or old or anything in between, having a baby's hard, and nothing can prepare you for the demands of a newborn baby. It's so incredibly difficult. But one thing I will say is to seek help and advice and support anywhere you possibly can. I know at the minute it's incredibly difficult with lockdown and not being able to have family and friends and a support network there for you, but there's so many amazing online support groups as well, like so many. In fact, I'm going to do some research tonight and pop some in the description box.
They have like question ones
down below.
Where you can like type questions and then like other mums.
Yeah, I don't mean like surveys. I mean more like proper like support networks. I know on Instagram I often get messages and requests to share groups on support for mums, but there's so many out there, and I know how difficult it will be these last few months having a newborn baby. But do know that it gets so much easier after the first few months, and the sleepless nights suddenly stop, and you get to get a little bit more sleep, and that makes you feel a whole lot better. And yeah, the joy of having the baby is amazing, which you guys already know that. But I'll leave some links in the description box down below on some online support networks that will hopefully help you.
Alright guys, last but not least, so everyone has been asking a lot about when our merch store is fully reopening again and what's happening with that and blah blah blah. So, very excited to say that the IFAM store will be back fully up and running in the next couple of days. We are literally just waiting for some samples of some new merch to arrive with us here, which we've all done, prepared. We've been working on behind the scenes for a while now. Because of lockdown, everything shut down, all of our suppliers shut down, so we couldn't get hold of any of the clothing items and stuff, but they're all back open now. They did have a backlog, but they're all speeding back up, and it's all going back to normal. So all of the old stuff that was on the IFAM store is going to be available again, all the hoodies, t-shirts, etc., with all the personalization stuff with them as well. And then we also have some amazing new things coming, which are going to be dropping in the next couple of days. As soon as they arrive, they're going to be getting photographed and straight up online. And also,
It'll be by the end of next week, right?
What's today?
Because it's Sunday. They've been posted out to us tomorrow, so
The end of so this week, by the time you're watching this, by the end of this week, Monday to Friday, everything will be up online, hopefully, and done and ready to go. for definite, it will be. There's also a number of really cool things coming from Teen and Me that are coming to the IFAM store. So a Teen and Me collaboration with the IFAM store is coming, and they should be here tomorrow. So they won't be going up tomorrow. They'll be up online again this week though. So there's a lot of things going to be down this week on the IFAM store. It's going to be massive. There's going to be a whole new relaunch, tons of new products, clothing, new clothing as well, and then loads of other things too. So get ready, get excited, and spread the word, because it's going to be mega. So yeah, man, I'm excited about that a lot. Woo! So as part of that new drop on the IFAM store, we're going to be launching our a new range, which is the Chasing Dreams range, and that is something that is going to be very relevant to this channel, very, very relevant to us over the next year.
We're spending the year chasing our dreams.
This is like the 5th million take of this little segment because we keep laughing. I don't know why these guys are the giggles, and I can't speak.
That's why you keep messing
basically,
up.
I keep messing up. So basically, we are going to be spending the next year chasing our own dreams,
and we're encouraging you guys.
You guys will see more about that soon, hopefully, as lockdown restrictions in the UK and worldwide relax over the next month, which they're due to. Hopefully, you're going to see a lot of stuff that's going to be happening that's to do with that with us, and we've got a lot of very, very cool stuff planned for you guys.
If lockdown's taught us anything, it's how precious life is and how you have to make the most of every single moment. And no matter how big or small your dream may be, if your dream's just been able to walk around that big park and you've not managed to do it yet, or whether that's to travel the world because you've not managed to do that, whatever your dream is, big or small, we're encouraging you guys to do what we're going to be doing this next year. Yeah, and just chase your dreams. I'm really excited for this merchandise launch. It's like really, it's one that means like
really special.
It's like got meaning. It's not just got a name on it, it's got meaning, and I really like it.
So just to bring it up, summarize up, once again, we've got brand new clothing line coming to the IFAM store. We've got all the old stuff coming back to the IFAM store that was out of stock, now is back in stock again. This will all be happening within the next few days. After this video has been posted by Friday, everything's gonna be launched. We don't have a definite date yet, but as soon as we do have a definite date and it's all here, we will let you guys know. There's also a Teen and Me collaboration coming onto the IFAM store, which is gonna be absolutely mega. We've got notebooks, we've got...
Don't be giving away what we've got!
Alright, I won't say nothing more. We've got a lot of stuff coming to the IFAM store that is gonna be absolutely mega.
He's giving away all of our hard work. We've kept this under wraps for months. And he's just like, we've got notebooks.
Look, y'all are gonna be spoiled for choice. We've been working hard behind the scenes over the last lockdown period, so just get ready because the IFAM store is gonna be getting a big old
a big reboot.
Yeah.
Reboot. Anyway, this vlog has gone on for way too long.
So we're gonna kick it and say goodnight there. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and we will see you tomorrow at 5.
Head back.
We will see you tomorrow at 5 with
Thanks for watching, guys.
another daily vlog.
Give it a thumbs up.
If you liked it. Bye.
Stop, Mum.
What the heck are you doing? You
I think it broke me too.